Welcome race fans, it's time for this week's DSPN Diecast Sports Programming Network Racing Report. We've got a lot of things to cover today, so sit back, relax and enjoy. I'm here with my good friend Frank the Guru Gibbs, and we're going to kick off with the Chaos Canyon Chevy Showdown. In the El Camino vs Monte Carlo series, it's been absolute mayhem so far. We've had some huge jumps, spectacular crashes, awesome wins, and just some frantic racing.
Absolutely, mate. It has been chaos, just the way we like it. And of course, you've got to give big ups to Grandma, the only female in the field, and she has been kicking butt. Not so much with winning races, but she certainly won the hearts of the crowd. That's her there doing a spectacular jump.
And of course, Arcade XD in the El Camino going off track there with one of the more spectacular crashes of the series so far, and then pulling out a huge jump.
But speaking of jumps, the jump of the week has to go here to Travis in the red car with just a massive jump in the Looney Mooney series.
That's right, the special one-off series we did this week, that jump was spectacular. Jumping over to 3D Botmaker, he continues this week with the Classic Stock Car Tournament.
These cars really are a total work of art. I love seeing these things fly down the track.
As always, lots of thrills, spills and exciting races on this track. It's almost a shame to see some of these beautiful cars get wrecked on some of these races.
And we've actually got a section on Nero 62 coming up because we're so impressed with these vehicles. We wanted to do a little bit more about them.
We've certainly been enjoying those videos here at the Canyon. Now there's no King of the Mountain this week. That's because the tournament is about to start properly next week.
I just love those songs he's doing at the end of the videos. Shall be maze, shall be maze.
Guru, maybe leave that to the professionals.
Don't you like my singing voice, mate?
What's up next?
I remember that. Nero 62 provided those cars for 3D Botmaker and that Classic Stock Car Tournament, and you can see he takes cars in shocking states like this where you can't see out the windscreen, the paint's all knackered, the wheels are buggered, and you follow him along through the whole process to full body off restoration. You see the car there getting a fresh coat of paint, and look at the shine on that. That is absolutely superb. Taking a vehicle from this state to this. You really want to jump over, check out his channel. There is some brilliant works there. Lots of good history on the vehicles as well.
Yeah, he does some really cool background stuff on the cars. You learn quite a lot.
And of course, our good friend Simon over at Hot Car Track with Monday Night Hot Rods.
Yeah, this week Straight Pipes taking on the current champion Hansi Ladigan in the El Camino. Now we know the El Caminos are fast, but can he hold out Straight Pipes? Bit of carnage early on there. Very unusual on his track to have someone wreck on the first corner, and then in that one both go over. But check out the rest of the races, and of course there's Thursday night hot rods as well. Heading over to Beaverworx and the Stoned Road. Now this particular course is fantastic. As we mentioned last week, there's so many different aspects to this track, with the drag track, the jump track, the open track for racing, and the Stoned Road. It's a really great place to go and find whatever you want, really.
Yeah, and this week he's putting another Ford Raptor down the track, but this one's from Matchbox. Last week it was a Hot Wheels. Be interesting to see how this one goes versus the Hot Wheels. Make sure you jump over to his channel and check it out.
I just love all the detail in this track. Absolutely superb. And another great track is DRC Racing. This was another one that we highlighted for the first time last week. Lots of frantic action, beautiful scenery, and some crazy driving.
You know we love our chaos.
So there's two races this week. First one is between the Porsche Panamera and the Civic Type R. So they go head to head, best of 7 races. Make sure you get over, check that race out. And then the second race this week is the Chevelle versus the Corvette Grand Sport. So 2 big muscle cars there going head to head. I love that reversing move that Corvette just pulled over the finish line. That was a real, I'm so far ahead, I'm going to stop and turn around.
Jackson Pass, this is another one of the new tracks that we highlighted last week, and we mentioned that they're going through a bit of an upgrade. From what we understand, that upgrade's been completed. This is the last race on the old style track, but make sure you go across, check them out on Facebook, and follow their YouTube channel. The course has now been extended, so it's even longer, and being longer means more chance and more chaos.
And just like at the Canyon, the tow trucks are out in force. Lots of wrecks with this open track racing, which is one of the things we really like. Leaves it a little bit more to chance, but you've still got to have the skill as a driver to make it around those wrecks. And that's one of the things we really like. Our good friend Mike over at RTR Diecast Racing League. Last week we mentioned that he'd installed the Jumbotron in anticipation of the Mustang tournament. Well, that tournament is about to get underway.
And it should be quite an exciting tournament. His track is very fast, lots of opportunity for overtaking on those corners, and as we've seen in some of the other highlights, a lot of people just taking the win right at the last second.
There was talk that there's one of the best looking drivers in the league over there at the moment.
Really? I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, apparently there's been a lot of comments about how incredibly good looking this person is.
Wow, that's amazing. Who is it?
It's this guy right here.
Oh, very funny, Spanners. Hey, hang on a second, mate. How are you racing over there? We're on lockdown. You're not supposed to leave the country.
Well, Mike very kindly set up a VR racing simulator for me where I can control the car remotely, so I haven't had to leave the country. It's a little bit tricky, and qualified not quite as good as I was hoping, but you get that when you're racing remotely. Now, another race that Chaos Canyon has entered is the new Trax series as well.
You're not driving in that one as well, are you, mate?
No, we've sent Stevenson over for this one.
What, the rookie? In a big tournament? Are you crazy?
We figured he did pretty well in the Canyon Overlord tournament, so we'd give him a shot at this. While he's over there, he's catching up with Grandma, because she's part of the Trax racing team, and hopefully she'll give him some tips on how to do a bit better on the track.
Let's hope that's all she gives him, mate.
Now you can see here the first video up is the draft picks, so showing all of the cars and the teams involved. Get along, have a watch, and start to place your bets on who you think's going to win.
Well, obviously we got to back Stevenson, right?
You see there's another Kiwi team there as well, Hot Wheels boys. Well worth checking out. Moving now to grassroots racing. We hear a lot of people complaining, oh, I don't have the space for a big track. Oh, I don't have the money for this. Oh, I can't do that. This section is about the people that make it happen regardless of what they've got. And this is a great little track. Diecast Draggor has got a beautiful little track here, well put together, and some exciting racing. Now this is technically a drag track, so it is a straight track, but it is a wide track. Traditionally with your drag racing, you have 2 set lanes, and the drivers are totally just going for straight line speed. But on this track with no center divider, it adds an element of risk to it. And you can see here with the CRX totally crossing the center line and purposely blocking the other driver. And then here with the F1 and the circle tracker, the F1 drafting in behind trying to pick up some speed, well worth checking out. All right, I'm going to hand over to Frank for this one.
As some of you may know, I've been a custom car builder for many years, and in Diecast 64E's piece last week, he talked about going out and taking photos of your cars, and it just made me think about some of the photos I've taken of some of my cars before, so I thought I'd share them with you this week. And we also put a bit of a call out to people to see if they wanted to submit some photos of their own cars, whether they were customs, modifieds, or whether they were just some of their favourite vehicles that they own. And we had a couple of responses and some that couldn't quite get them to us on time for this week, but we just wanted to showcase some of them, and we'd love to see yours. So let us know in the comments down below if you're interested in more of this, or jump over to our Chaos Canyon Facebook group and submit some photos there. So these first photos are from Amanda Ferguson. She's part of the 3D Botmaker Facebook group, and she submitted these awesome off-road pics. I just think they're fantastic.
Yeah, they look really good. Love the action there with the rear wheel up off the ground.
And then these ones were submitted by League of Speed from Redline Derby Racing. And he's also got his own League of Speed YouTube channel. Definitely check that one out. He has got some fantastic tips on how to modify your cars, make them run fast and straight, and lots of other really good information. If you're new to this, or even if you're more experienced, if you're wanting some good tips, make sure you check out League of Speed.
As we said, if you like this section, let us know in the comments if you want to see more, and if you're interested in submitting your own photos for this, jump over to the Chaos Canyon Facebook group and post them in there, and we'll see what we can do for you. You've been watching the DSPN Diecast Sports Programming Network Weekly Wrap Up in association with Redline Derby Racing. Toy cars, real racing. All of the channels featured tonight really need your help. Make sure you watch the videos all the way through, like the videos, comment, subscribe to the channel, and of course share it with your friends. When you do that, it helps everybody and they can make more content for you to enjoy. We really appreciate the support of everyone so far. We hope you enjoy these videos, and again, let us know in the comment if there's something that we're missing or that you think we should put into the videos.
Yeah, or if there's any channels you think we need to highlight, put them down there as well, and we'll have a look and see what we can do.
And I'd like to give a big shout out to all of these people for letting us use their photos and their footage from their channels. We really appreciate it. We hope you enjoy this show, and we look forward to having you at the Chevy Showdown next week at Chaos Canyon. I'm Tom Spanners Watson, he's Frank the Guru Gibbs, and we will see you next time.
So, Spanners, when's that new guy starting?
Dave, I think it's in a couple of weeks. He's just finishing up at his old job.
Has he been commentating for long?
Well, technically he's not really a commentator, more a voiceover guy. It'd be interesting to see how he goes.
Tell me he's at least into cars.
I think it's more a nature type thing.
Jesus, he's not going to be doing it naked, is he?